Welcome to the annual Lupus Awareness and Birthday Tribute to the late Chris Hutch. The mission of the Chris Hutch Works Lupus organization will focus on improving the quality of life for all people who are affected by lupus through education advocacy, resource information, and medical care which is assisted by research. Enjoy the show.
Hello, and welcome to another year of celebration for one Mr. Chris Hutchinson. This is an event that we do in remembrance of his life and the legacy that he leaves behind, but also to bring awareness to lupus as a whole, and bringing not only awareness but change and healing as a result of what we do here. So not only do we celebrate his life, but we do so with a purpose. And so without going any further, before we get started, I wanted to give you a little bit of background about myself. My name is Leon, and Chris was actually a close friend of mine. He was actually more like a brother. And one of the things that I just loved so much about him was his personality. We spent a lot of time just laughing and sharing memories together doing that. He loved to laugh. He loved to make people laugh. And even through the worst of his situations, we found ways to laugh. One of the lyrics from his songs that just is so profound to me was, "Tough times don't last, but tough people do." And so that is just a reminder for us as we're sitting right now in the midst of COVID-19, separated from each other. Tough times don't last, but tough people do. And let us be reminded of that as we go through that this season. So we're actually going to get started. We have a ton of acts for you guys today, and we hope that you enjoy every last one of them. You don't want to miss it. Stay tuned. Peace.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'd like to welcome you all, and thank you for participating in this event, this yearly event that we have. And this would be our fifth actual, I would say, really the time of really getting together on a larger scale to celebrate the legacy, the birthday, and as well as making people aware of lupus and bringing people together to actually see where we're going next as far as research and helping people, reaching out in the community to help people. This is something that Chris and Chris passed away at the age of 26 from complications of lupus. I won't say lupus itself, and later on I'll expound on that. Plus I have another book that I'm writing that will tell about what actually happened and how he actually passed from complications of lupus and some things that actually happened to shorten his life. We talked about this during the time he was ill. We decided that if he had lived, he and I would have a lupus foundation or a lupus organization. And this is something that I decided that I would carry on and just make sure that all of the work that he did while he was alive, which was a whole lot. He was, just constantly producing songs, writing, and also performing. He left a lot, and I don't intend to leave it on the shelf. I actually intend to make sure that his work does not, go in vain. And actually, the lesson that he learned in life, in his short life before he passed away, that message is passed on. So thanks again for participating. And I will be giving a little more information a little bit later about some of the things that we'll be doing in the near future. Thank you.
So next coming to the stage, we have an artist by the name of Most Sick. He's straight out of the Bronx, New York. Put your hands together for Most Sick.
Yeah. I wake up every day. You know I'm trying to maintain. Shout out to Chris Hutch. Rest in peace. Yeah. I wake up every day, I gotta get it. Maintain a position and staying upon a mission. Know I'm thanking God every day that I'm living. All this paper I'm getting while you a slave to the system. Can't hang with them niggas, can't relate to the wisdom. I operate off of faith, but the paper's a given. Made niggas can't expect lame niggas to listen. Now you're playing with a gift, can't play the position. Play my position, I need a break from the kitchen. I had them fiends addicted, coming straight from the district. Every blessing that I get, yeah, I'm grateful to get it. Put it all on the line, every ball, every time. And since I do it for the love, you know the dollars is mine. Yet you know I'm gonna shine, bet it all on the grind. 100,000 just to rhyme, my dollars just climb. Watch a young nigga shine, this is my obvious time. I wake up every day, I gotta get it. Maintain a position and staying upon a mission. Wake up every day, I gotta get it. Maintain for the district, you can pay me a visit. Wake up every day, I gotta get it. Maintain a position and staying upon a mission. Wake up every day, I gotta get it. Maintain for the district, you can pay me a visit. Recognizing the buyers, flyer cause I'm the pilot. I supply the supplier, whack niggas retire. Recognize that I'm flyer, exceptional my attire. The Merc Park is mine, I'm Avenue niggas buyers. Whole niggas that's fire, I'm cold, shout out to Dyer. On fire like Richard Pryor, explode. Homicidal, killing them for the title. Diminishing all my rivals, yeah this is about survival. Real nigga recital, play them like the piano and turn to another channel. Niggas trying to gamble, them niggas can end up canceled. No they can't do the numbers you predicted. This is the anthem, I'm representing for that district. Wake up every day, I gotta get it. Maintain a position and staying upon a mission. Wake up every day, I gotta get it. Maintain for the district, you can pay me a visit. Wake up every day, I gotta get it. Maintain a position and staying upon a mission. Wake up every day, I gotta get it. Maintain for the district, you can pay me a visit. Yeah, and we out. Shout out to Crenshaw. Shout out to Slauson. Chris Hutchinson. One love.
Welcome back. We are here. We actually right now, what you just heard actually right now was Chris's song "Maintain." This was one of his most popular songs that he had out. Shout out to Mo Sick for performing that. Excellent job he did. Right now, we actually want to just introduce another profound family member and honorary member of the LAKMG group, and his name is Von. Von is a he goes by Big Von, and he's going to tell us a little bit about himself and what Chris may have meant to him in his life.
Chris been an inspiration to me for a minute. Ever since he was alive, I used to help him out a little bit when he got sick. I used to help him upstairs, getting in bed and stuff. So I just want to just sit here and just reminisce about him. But I do miss him a lot. And his songs is an inspiration to others and everything else. And I love Chris, and I really miss him, though.
Thank you. Yes, Von has really been a big help in our family. There was one time when we just really didn't know what to do. He actually helped us to get him up the stairs after he had been released from a hospital, and it was just so much happened. But it just always seemed like Von was always there whenever we needed him. He's a hero in his own right. Actually, Von was recognized by the fire department for saving some lives of some people in a senior citizen building from a fire. So this was maybe 5 or 6 years ago. So Von, I don't care what he has to do. If there's some way he can help, and if there is a crisis situation, Von will be the first one reaching out a hand. So I will say that, and he's an honorary member of LAKMG.
And we just want to thank you, man, for just your consistency, for being here, for representing Chris the way you do in your life. Is there anything else you wanted to say?
No, that's it.
Okay. Well, the next thing we have up on, we have a video. We're going to do the bounce video. So that's coming up, and we'll see you in a minute.
All I wanna do is make the whole crowd bounce. All I wanna do is make the whole crowd bounce, y'all.
I spotted a bad one, started to approach him. Money on my brain, man, I'm a West Coaster. Put the pedal to the flow, no chauffeur. Move like a nigga be moving in slow motion. I'm a dodger, clipper, king. If she choose me, then I put her on the team. And she better boss up. Going off the liquor key, bring me in the cup. Picture me riding, put it on dubs. SC is on my back for the marathon run. Baby wanna play games in front. She associate with the kid just to stunt. Understand I'm a hustler, therefore I'm money motivated, and therefore I'm never overrated. What you sweating the player for? Put it in the air. California Kush might put you in a chair.
All I wanna do is make the whole crowd bounce, y'all. All I wanna do is make the whole crowd bounce, y'all. All I wanna do is make the whole crowd bounce, y'all. Bounce, y'all. All I wanna do is make the whole crowd bounce, y'all. All I wanna do is make the whole crowd bounce, y'all. All I wanna do.
All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in again. We want to let you know that there is a way that you can make a donation to the Lupus Foundation and the LAKMG group, and you can do so by you can actually donate by sending a check or money order to the Chris Hutch Lupus Organization to P.O. Box 8256, Los Angeles, California 90008, or you can send a Cash App to $EHutch123. Again, that's EHutch123. And next we have Deshaun, aka D Fresh. He's going to tell us a little bit about himself, but he is actually a co-founder of LAKMG and the Kingsman Media Multimedia Group. He's going to tell us a little bit about himself and his relationship with Chris and how they got started on all these projects they had to go together. So, what can you tell us about yourself?
Wow, I could tell you a little bit about myself. I could tell you a lot about what we did and what we went through and what we accomplished.
Yeah.
First to start off, thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Thank you. This is a beautiful event in the memory of my very good friend, Christopher Hutchinson. Wow, so many good times. Chris and I, let me start at the beginning. Chris and I met in Long Beach when Chris was in college, his freshman year at Cal State Long Beach. We were introduced by a mutual friend who was also no longer with us. Rest in peace, Jason Sweet. He introduced us. And because we all grew up in that South Central area, we all had ties as far as understanding the struggle that we were going through, but we all also were smart and intelligent and were interested in music and business and media. And first when I met Chris, it was in Long Beach. He was living in a place. It was he was living in a house, and it was a couple of other people living in the house with him, roommates. And we went into Chris' room, and Chris had the keyboard, and he had the Mac computer, and we walk in, the dude is at the keyboard playing the keys and making beats. And I'm like, oh, this dude is serious. I'm like, I see the whole setup. And from there, it just kind of kicked off. We built a relationship, we just spent a lot of time together developing and cultivating the process of what we wanted to put out into the world. And together, it started off as Kingsman. And Kingsman, Kingsman is a multimedia group that we wanted to develop to be able to not just put out music, but also produce videos, do production sound, and also just get the culture out from where we're from our perspective. And we wanted to be viewed as kings. And so that was the beginning process of us starting off. And unfortunately, in the very beginning, I mentioned him before, our good friend was taken from us. And in any situation, when something like that happens, people tend to band closer. And that's what happened with Chris and I. And we both grew up in South Central, not too far from each other. He grew up down off of Arlington at that time, and I was right there on Western. And if anybody knows LA, those streets are too far apart. Right. And so as time grew, let's say around 2006, we started really pushing. We started really making a push. We were in the studio a lot. We were shooting our own videos. We were finding outlets to put the content so we could put the content together ourselves and be businessmen and press up our own CDs and inserts and duplicate the music so we can get it out to the masses. And that's exactly what we did. One of the very first videos that we ever shot was called Bounce.
That's the one we just saw, right?
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
that's the
Bounce is the very first video we ever shot. And we shot that with an XLR Sony camera that we had rented from one of our friends. And it took us like 2 days to shoot the video. We had a great time. We learned a lot. We edited the video ourselves. And it really took us through the process of learning about how to actually record a video, and how it's supposed to properly be done. And even though we did not learn everything, it taught us the basics of it.
Right.
And from there, it was kind of like a straight shot. We went and did Fall Back, and then we and all the way up into his very last video, Maintain, which shout out to the brother who performed the song. I really appreciate the way he respected the song and kept it original. Thank you for that. I believe his name is Mosaic. Mosaic. Shout out to Mosaic.
Yeah.
Much love.
Shout out to him.
Because Chris was an artist he was a true artist. I feel like we were pioneers. There's other cats too that we hung out with that are from our section that a lot of people don't get credit for. Like one of them, his name is Rempaw Evan McKenzie, and he helped us out with duplications and CD duplication. But he was also an artist in himself. And when you look at now the way music is being streamed and the way music is being bought and being put out to the masses, we were doing that back in 2006, 2007,
right,
all the way up. It probably would have been till now. So we were kind of like pioneers ahead of the game,
right?
And it's good to see a lot of the people who we've encountered, and I was able to encounter through Chris, actually make it to where they wanted to be, because that's just legacy, Whenever I think about Chris, I always think legacy because he was the center of it. There's a lot of artists that I could have worked with. There was a lot of artists that I could have ran into, but I ran into Chris Hutch, and that's a blessing. And I'm always remember my brother. I mean,
Chris was not known for fighting.
Chris was the karate kid.
He had a junior black belt in karate. And I mean, he was good at it too.
Yeah.
I mean, he has all kinds of trophies and awards, which he has won.
Well,
but the one thing about it, he would win all these trophies and awards, but he would not fight the girls. He would let them. They would beat him down.
Well,
was something about it he wouldn't. And I said, why did you let that little girl beat you like that?
Yeah.
Just.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I mean, that was a good thing.
I don't think nowadays a lot of girls they can really fight, but that just
shows. One little girl was really good though.
Yeah,
and she really.
Chris was the karate kid. Like I said, we used to hang out in my backyard, in my back house, and it'd be a bunch of us back there. We just all throw on the gloves some days and just go at it, because we ain't had nothing else to do, and that just made you tough, and that's just what we did for fun, when times was down and we was just hanging out. But we all used to fisticuffs, but just to kind of touch on the point of what Chris went through, and the what I remember about it is, it was a weird transition for me because we were doing shows, and we had so much going on. We were doing the clothing, we were doing the shows, we were starting to make more music, and then all of a sudden Chris just disappeared on me, and I was like, what is going on? You know what I'm saying? Like someone, right? He wasn't answering my phone calls. He wasn't returning my phone calls. He wasn't answering my text. And so, like, one day, I was like, man, I'm going over his house. So I went and banged on the door. Oh, and this is once you guys had moved. And he opened the door, and I didn't recognize my brother. And I was like, and I guess he'd been going through his thing in his very beginning of the spell. And I told him, I looked him in his eye, and I said, man, don't you ever do that to me. I'm your brother. If something wrong, you need to let me know. And I just couldn't believe it because, the signs, they were never there to me. I just thought he was getting healthier to me because he started losing weight first, and when he started losing the weight, it wasn't bad. Like, because he was in the beginning, like when I first met him, he was kind of husky because he played football, and he started losing weight. And I just thought he was just being healthier, and I didn't realize that he was getting sick. I don't even think he realized, you know, because one thing that I remember is that he started losing his hair and he thought it was alopecia. And Chris had waves, so you know he was serious about his waves, man.
Yes, he was.
And but long story short, though, you know, love your people. You know, take care of your people. If you see something, you think something is wrong, say something. You know,
absolutely.
Yeah, and I miss my brother. I love my brother, and we gonna work on getting this clothing line back together because I think the people need it. And I and Miss Hutch and along with a few others, we have some great ideas for people to start attracting to it.
Well, thank you for sharing everything, Deshaun. You're not going anywhere. We'll have more to discuss with your stories, et cetera. But in the meantime, we're actually going to go to the next video, which is we're going to go to the Hustle Hard video. Stay tuned. We'll see you in a minute.
Hustle hard in any hustle that you pick. Hustle hard in any hustle that you hustle hard in any hustle that you skinny nigga too skinny nigga too hustle hard in any hustle that you hustle hard in any hustle that you pick. Skinny nigga toothpick, but I do hustle hard in any hustle that you pick.
They say I'm gaining weight, I say my game is great. I hustle every day, eating my eggs and steak. Mashed potatoes scrape the sides of the pot. Reside on the block and collide with the cops. They can't never stop my energizing grind. Soon as I rise and shine, yeah, you know what's on my mind. I hustle hard in any hustle that you pick. Crenshaw District, Bone and Bread Avenue shit. Land where the skinny niggas dime like a toothpick. But I'm turned up and on their heads, I'm a nuisance. If they bustin' on me, bark back like a blue pit. Listen to my new shit, you know I produce this. Just call me the future, not to be confused with any nigga doing it. This is Avenue music. I'm in the new zone. You see the roof gone, so salute homes. This is a true song.
Hustle hard in any hustle that you pick. Hustle hard in any hustle that you hustle hard in any hustle that you hustle. Skinny nigga too skinny nigga too. Hustle hard in any hustle that you hustle hard in any hustle that you pick. Skinny nigga toothpick, but I do hustle hard in any hustle that you.
I'm coming live from the H line. Yeah, that's why I make mine. Try to take mine, watch me snap like a K9. Take them back to 85, birth for the greatest grind. If you ain't grinding, your life is just a waste of time. I can't lie.
Coming next to the stage, we have Brenda Smith from the Feeding in Motion Incorporated Foundation. She's going to be telling us a little bit about her program and what they plan to do in their partnership with Lupus Foundation. So here she comes to the stage.
Yes, I'm Brenda Smith with Feeding in Motion Mobile Food Bank Corporation. And we started 10 years ago in the Orange County, feeding families, less fortunate families, the disabled, mentally challenged, and the veterans with mental illness or with children. I started out just feeding people under the Newport Beach Pier, and I would cook a little food and take it down there, and then I talked to one of the soup kitchens in the community and told them what I did, and they says, come get food, and they gave me so much food till I was no longer able to feed the homeless, to where I had to load up my car and drive all over Southern California finding families in different locations that are in poverty that needed food, and I would just pass out food to anywhere, to anyone. It doesn't matter. And so I would just continue doing it until 3 years ago I got recognized by a lady and says, why do I have all this food in my trunk and my car? And I explained to her. So like a year later, she called me up and said she nominated me for People's Choice Hero of the Year. And I had no idea that my food bank was going to take me that far. And so here I am still today, feeding anywhere from the homeless to the less fortunate, and now I'm also able to distribute food out to different church communities. And anyone that's out there that want to feed anyone, if they contact me, and I will give them all the supplies they need for us feeding the different families. And I'm partnershiping with Eleanor Hutchison with the Lupus Foundation, and we're excited that she's coming on board, and I'm excited that I'm going on board with her. And I want to introduce you to one of my right-hand nephews that's been with me and very supportive of Feeding in Motion Mobile Food Bank. This is Lamar Deuce.
How you doing? I'm Lamar Deuce Lubin. I am helping my aunt. She's been doing it for 10 years. Now she's actually become now a nonprofit. So basically, some of y'all might know me from the group DRS, sang that song Gangsta Lean. This is for my homies. Well, we're trying to get some celebrities to come out, support, not just for the mobile food bank, because what's really neat about this is that she actually brings food to people that need it. It's not just you walk up and you go to a simple place and get some food, but we actually drive out to where you're at, because we know there's a lot of families that basically can't get to certain places. So what she does is she makes sure that we get out there and we get to the people that truly deserve some food, need some food, but can't get to a shelter or can't get to a church, anything like that. So she's really proud to be working with Eleanor and the Lupus Foundation. So we're called Feeding in Motion Incorporated, and it's feeding on the go. So like I said, if you want to contact her, please, you can call her at 209-408-5296. Again, that's 209-408-5296. You can go on feedinginmotion@gmail.com, Brenda@feedinginmotion.com, and you can also go to just www.feedinginmotion.com. Also, looking for donations as well. I know she doesn't want to say it, but I'm going to say it. But any type of donation that you can give out, monetary or anything, or even in some help, if you have trucks or anything like that and you can help, go ahead and give her a call. And we just thank you guys for having us right here. All
right. See, Hutch, I ain't gotta talk. I let them dollars talk. Why should I? No, I ain't gotta talk. Nuh-uh. It's a formula to me. I'm feeling like Kobe coming off a ring, or like Bo at the Coliseum. Young champion coming off my hottest season. Lame niggas fall off, you are not in season. I let my money talk for me, this is dollar speaking. Got allegiance to the streets and it's not a secret. I'm at the Four Seasons, up in the presidential, stunting for no reason. Not on my level is you. I'm like a skyscraper and you are residential. Every time I re-up, I make my money triple. Take a walk through the park, better carry pistols. Haters hiding in the dark and they try and twist you. That's why I stick and move, hit them with the critical combo pronto. You know how a nigga do. Rap Floyd Mayweather giving niggas blues. I could kick cake better, wasn't feeling school. If you ain't getting money, you invisible. I'd rather put it in the pot like chicken soup. Hopping out the coop, nigga in the business suit. Hustler by any means, I'ma get the loot.